Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into the invisible rules that shape our online world. Because, let's be real, what you post, what you share, even what you like, it all has real-world consequences. Knowing the law isn't just a good idea, it's your best defense out there.
So let me ask you something straight up. That phone in your hand, is it a tool of complete freedom, or could one wrong tap, one angry comment, turn it into a door to a metaphorical or maybe even a literal jail cell? We're about to find out.
Here's our game plan. We're going to start with a story, a real cautionary tale. Then we'll break down the official rulebook, the IT Act. After that, we'll talk about building your digital shield with some essential habits. And finally, we'll show you exactly how to fight back if you're ever targeted.
To really get what's at stake here, we're not starting with boring legal stuff. No, we're starting with a story about a digital mistake that had very, very real consequences.
So, I want you to meet Kevin. He's 27, and, he's probably a lot like us. He spends a ton of his time online, sharing stuff, leaving comments, just engaging with the world. He thought he knew his way around the internet. But one day, just caught up in the heat of the moment, he got really angry, and he crossed a major line. He posted this awful, abusive comment about a public figure, and even shared a manipulated, ugly photo of them. He probably thought he was just venting,
And when he got called out, what was his defense? The one we hear all the time. I just did it for fun. He really believed that the internet was this anonymous shield, and that his words were just harmless digital noise. Well, here's the reality check. The cybercrime cell, they didn't see it as fun. They saw it as a crime. And a few days later, Kevin was arrested. The digital world he was so comfortable in just slammed into the real world, hard. And this wasn't just some warning. No, Kevin was formally charged under Section 66 and 67 of the Information Technology Act. Suddenly, all those likes he was chasing online were threatening his actual career, his future. And that one mistake? It's now a permanent stain on his digital footprint. It's there forever. Kevin's story is a huge wake-up call, right? Digital freedom is not a free-for-all. It absolutely comes with legal responsibility. So let's get smart about the rules by looking at the official digital rulebook, the IT Act. Okay, so the Information Technology Act of 2000, what is it? Just think of it like the Constitution for India's digital space. It's the law that makes electronic documents official, and it's also the law that outlines the punishments for cybercrimes. It's what holds all of us accountable for what we do online. And what's wild is how specific this law really is. Let's just look at a few examples. Section 66C, that covers identity theft, making fake profiles, stealing passwords. That alone can get you 3 years in jail. Section 66D is about cheating by personation, basically pretending to be someone else to trick people. Again, up to 3 years. Section 66E is so important. It's about violating privacy, like sharing someone's private pictures without their consent. In Section 67, that's the one that got Kevin, it's about posting obscene material, and that carries a penalty of up to 5 years.
You see what this all points to? It's a fundamental principle of our digital lives. Every single thing you do online adds to your permanent digital footprint. Unlike something you say out loud that just fades away, your online actions can be pulled up and looked at years later.
This quote just says it all, doesn't it? True freedom online isn't about doing whatever you want without any consequences. It's about understanding your responsibilities so you can navigate the internet safely and with confidence. Knowing the law really is your first and best line of defense. Okay, so it's one thing to know the law, but how do you actually put that into practice every single day? Let's move on and talk about how you can build your digital shield with 3 super essential habits for staying safe online.
These 3 habits are so simple, but they are incredibly powerful. First, lock down your accounts. Always use two-factor authentication. When you get that second code sent to your phone to log in, it's a massive security upgrade. Second, just pause before you post. Ask yourself 2 simple questions. Is this legal? Could this hurt someone? If you have any doubt at all, just don't post it. And third, stop spreading rumors. Don't just forward every unverified message you get. It's not just irresponsible. In some cases, it can actually be a crime.
But what happens if you do everything right and you still become a victim of online fraud or harassment? Well, you don't have to just suffer through it. It is absolutely crucial to know how to fight back. The first and most important resource you need to know is this number, 1930. This is the National Cybercrime Helpline. If you've been a victim of a crime, especially financial fraud, Calling this number immediately can make a huge difference. It's simple, direct, and easy to remember. Just 1930.
Now, for a more formal or detailed complaint, you need to go to the official government portal, www.cybercrime.gov.in. Make sure you see that .gov.in at the end. Here, you can report pretty much everything, from online harassment to data theft. Using these official channels is the absolute best way to make sure action gets taken.
So, we've covered the risks, we've gone over the rules, and you know the resources. The only thing left is what you do with this knowledge. And this is bigger than just your own safety. It's about creating a smarter, safer digital world for all of us. So the question I want to leave you with is this. Can you help spread this digital literacy? Talk about it with your friends, with your family, because a more informed community is always a more secure one.
एक कदम विकसित भारत की ओर।